Alright folks, let's start. Now let's go through what has been happening in the paper today. Now again, today's newspaper was extremely long, so I covered half of it in the morning, and then I had to cover half of it during the daytime. Now in this paper, as I told you from yesterday onwards, I've talking about the interview aspects as well, so you need to dwell into the fact that whatever I'm saying is valid for mains interview with more focus, and then you need to work out the prelims के लिए क्या क्या चीज़ें important. I'll just mention you for prelims as well. Now there has been this political demand and resignation of Ambedkar issue, and the speech, the kind of language that Amit Shah ji actually had used. तो उसके लिए पूरा का पूरा issue है, not very important. What is important on the first page is, from all perspectives, it is India-China relationship, and basically agreed to resume Mansarovar Yatra border trade after talks in Beijing. Now what has happened is that after the Kazan meeting that happened, both the leaders met on 21st of October last year, and then they said that we are going to normalize our relation, and the Chinese part had agreed that हम जो 2020 वाली पोजीशन है उस पे आ जाएंगे. And then what has started is that at different levels the negotiation has started, and now what has happened is the meeting between the special representatives have happened. Now एक आपको पता होना चाहिए from the point of view of interview and from the point of view of means also कि हमारे यहाँ पर इंडिया चाइना में कौन कौन सी mechanisms है टॉक्स की. तो एक WBCC है, और उसके अलावा सीनियर रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स, स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स की टॉक है, एंड देन मिलिट्री लेवल टॉक्स है, एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स दी टॉक्स एट द हाईएस्ट लेवल. सो देयर आर मल्टीपल लेयर्स of actually engagement with China, and if you're writing your answer, then उसके लिए आप पूरा वो मैप बना सकते हो कि देखो ये 4 जगहों पे engagement हो रही थी, and because of these 4 engagements the results have happened. And now the special representative basically cooperation has now started after a number of years, and what you will see is this, that they have agreed on 6 consensus. So all the frictions that were there needs to be resolved, and they underlined that we need to develop peace and tranquility and work on a very important consensus. In 2005 we had reached a kind of consensus and agreement with respect to our borders. So we will work on that 2005 agreement and maintain peace and tranquility on border. So the first thing, that patrolling issue, now that has been resolved. Then what has been talked about, that both the sides will reach a positive solution, as I told you, at the bilateral level. Then reaffirmed their commitment to the political guidelines and resolving the boundary issue in 2005, the agreement that we were signing. Then the third is border area management and building management, sustainable peace on the border. Then cross-border exchanges and Indian pilgrimage to Tibet, China, and cross-border and operations at Nathula border trade. So again, an important development. And this is what I was saying, that enhance the cooperation and strengthen the construction of special representatives mechanism, and the other mechanism, which is coordination and cooperation in military and negotiation, and that require India-China working mechanism for consultation and coordination on border affairs. This is a very important committee which basically works for India-China relationship. And then the 6th consensus is to agree to hold new rounds of special representatives meeting in next year in India, and diplomatic channels ke through they will talk about it. So you should know that what is happening with respect to India-China relationship, especially in context जब आपने जिन लोगों ने मेंस लिखा है इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं, after that what has happened. Then another issue that we have already discussed is with respect to what Justice Yadav of the Allahabad High Court had said, and then what CGI has briefed the entire full court, that what was the meeting about the collegium, and they have asked Justice Yadav to also to basically issue a public apology. So let's see what is going to happen in the next few days. Then people who are avid follower cricketers, you might even get a question on Ashwin as well as what is his contribution and stuff like that. So a lot of people, especially boys, I've seen that they write cricket as their hobby. But when you write cricket, make sure that you know each and everything about cricket. You should know what are the domestic leagues, what are the how teams move from domestic leagues, for example. You have Deodhar Trophy, you have Saeed Ali Mushtaq Trophy, so you have Ranji Trophy. So you should know all these different kinds of trophies that are there, who represents in these trophies, and then what is the cricketing structure of India, and then of course things about pink ball and other stuff you can be always asked. So read about cricket just in case you are interested in it. Then for people in Delhi, free healthcare for elderly, like an extension of surgery. So people from Delhi should know what is the new scheme that is being promised by the Aam Aadmi Party, and what are the implications of it, and how does it help? Is it the question could be, is it a remedy, or is it I mean again ploy to get more votes? So you can read. Then Delhi grapples with severe AQI. Again, AQI based questions can be there. The effectiveness of Supreme Court, and what do we need to do now to basically get rid of this pollution issue. So this is a popular question that can always be asked. Then coming to yes, let's move to the meat of the paper. Yeah. Now, the first, a strife too long. Now, for the last 2 years, there have been number of times when farmers have protested both on Punjab and Haryana border. In fact, farmers have been there for the last few months on the Punjab-Haryana border. Now they have opened another front that seems to be on the Punjab and Haryana border, and they are not allowed to move any further. Now, the core of this entire agitation has been the farm laws. So A, you should be aware of what the farm laws are. B, you should have a view whether it's in favor or it's against, as I have a reasoned view with respect to this, and a very good reason. Especially if you are going against them, then you definitely need to have very good arguments to back it. Then what is the demand? The demand is for a minimum support price, and a minimum support price for the entire country, and legalizing that minimum support price. Now, can India do it? You can again think whether this is the right way forward or not. So and how do we go about our agricultural sector, which is already going in the downward direction, as I had shown you through graphs yesterday, that our agricultural growth rate is going down. Now, the blockade at the Shambhu and the Kanoni has now lasted over 300 years. For the last 1 year, they are there, and at the same point of time, there have been losses because of this entire. So this is a public agitation, and because of the borders closing, of course, there is going to be a cost with respect to this. So how do we go forward with respect to this? How do we resolve this issue? How do we ameliorate India's agriculture sector? अपने agriculture sector को कैसे improve कर सकते हैं? I mean, that is something that needs to be viewed. And people who are anyways going towards the interview, I'm going to have one comprehensive session on the overview of Indian economy, जिसके अंदर मैं economy के सारे topics cover करूँगा. It will give you all the data points, it will give you all the analysis that you require for the current session of interviews. Then the second article, trade barriers. This article talks about the fact कि इंडिया का एक्सपोर्ट्स जो है have basically grown in the month of October, but in the month of November, अभी जो recent data है, it is going down. And the fact that imports जो है that have increased by 27% and exports have reduced by 5%. तो आपके एक्सपोर्ट्स कम हो रहे हैं, आपके इम्पोर्ट्स बढ़ रहे हैं, तो बेसिकली आपका जो मर्चेंडाइज बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड है वो आपका गिर जाएगा और आपका करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट बढ़ेगा. एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज बीइंग सेड, दैट द ट्रेड डेफिसिट. सो पहले आपको पता होना चाहिए आपका ट्रेड डेफिसिट क्या है प्रीलिम्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, आपको दूसरा पता होना चाहिए आपका करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट क्या है. तो जो ट्रेड डेफिसिट है विच इज ऑफ अ नैरोअर व्यू, कि आप गुड्स का जब आप देखते हो गुड्स, तो उसके हिसाब से हमारा जो ट्रेड डेफिसिट है that is around $37 billion just for this month, which is extremely high. Just one second. yeah, 37-38 billion dollars, which is extremely high. So you should be aware of this number as well. And why this number? So imports के term पे you should be aware of the fact that हमारे gold imports बहुत बड़े हैं. One reason, there are two reasons for why gold imports. एक, the ministries itself checking कहीं हमने double counting of gold ना कर दिया हो. And the second reason is that because of the festive reasons, the gold imports have increased. एंड तीसरी चीज़ है कि हमने जो गोल्ड का जो क्या कहते हैं ड्यूटीज थी इस बजट के अंदर, इसको कम करके 6% कर दिया था. सो देयर इज नो मच ऑफ अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन व्हाट यू गेट इन दुबई एंड व्हाट यू गेट इन इंडिया, जिसकी वजह से व्हाट वी आर ऑल्सो सीइंग इज दैट द सवेरन गोल्ड बॉन्ड का जो क्रेज था वो अब कम होना शुरू हो गया. एंड वी विल रीड इन अनदर आर्टिकल विद रिस्पेक्ट टू सवेरन गोल्ड बॉन्ड and why it has been impacted and why the government is thinking of closing the sovereign gold bond, because they need, I mean, there doesn't seem to be as lucrative investment option that it used to be. So this is something that you should be aware. Then in terms of exports and exports of electronics and engineering products, we have had very good this thing, but apart from that, other things are going down in terms of our trade. But what is more concerning, and this is something that you need to read, ये जो last paragraph है, क्योंकि economy page के ऊपर भी यही चीज़ mentioned है. It is the fact that Donald Trump has now started targeting India as well. सबसे पहले उसने मेक्सिको को, कनाडा को एंड चाइना को टारगेट किया. फेज़ 1 में he is basically saying that all these are tariff countries, and जो उसने बोला with respect to Canada as well, the 51st state. So whatever he had made that statement, you should be aware of that. And the fact that that he is now saying that India puts 100% tariff on our products, and we are the for India, we are the US is its largest trade partner. It has surpassed China. So this is another thing that you should know, that US is our largest trade partner now. But एज इन केस विद यूएस हमारा जो ट्रेड है वो पॉजिटिव है, वेदर इन केस ऑफ चाइना हमारा डेफिसिट जो है अराउंड $50-60 बिलियन का है. सो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. देन the other thing is that he has said that India charges a lot, and if they don't reduce our duties, then we are also going to charge them. And in fact पिछले regime में general system of trade preferences के अंदर he had withdrawn those preferences, which had led to increase, affected the exports of our country. Then the other news, more money less problems. Now more money less problems has been written by Arun Kumar, professor from JNU, and he has basically mentioned जो थॉमस पिकेटी का आर्टिकल था, एंड थॉमस पिकेटी वाज बेसिकली सेइंग दैट यू नीड टू टैक्स पीपल. एंड येस्टरडेज एडिटोरियल जो था वो कह रहा था कि आप टैक्स से नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज इंडिया इज ऑलरेडी अ वेरी टैक्स्ड कंट्री, सो टैक्सिंग वुड नॉट बी अ ग्रेट आइडिया. ही काइंड ऑफ डिफेंड्स द आइडिया कि नहीं टैक्स ही करना चाहिए, बिकॉज इफ यू सी, एंड दीज आर नंबर्स दैट यू शुड नो, दैट इंडिया का टैक्स टू जीडीपी रेशियो जो है, जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का है, इट इज़ अराउंड 11.78%, of which direct taxes contribute around 7%, and then indirect taxes basically contribute around 5%. So it's a ratio of around 60-40, or you can say 55-45%, another ratio that you should have an idea about. And अगर आप लोकल और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स को भी ऐड कर लोगे तो 17% है. एंड 17% अगर आपका आप टैक्स कलेक्ट कर रहे हो अपने ओवरऑल कंट्री के उससे आउटपुट से, तो इट इज़ टू लो इफ यू कंपेयर इट टू कंट्रीज लाइक से एनी डेवलप कंट्री जो 30-40% की रेंज में है. बट एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम अगर आप देखो कि टॉप 1% का, अगर आप देखो टॉप 1% आज की डेट में 22% ऑफ नेशनल इनकम होल्ड करता है, टॉप 5% 40% होल्ड करता है. अगर टॉप 5% 25% भी अगर टैक्स देंगे तो आपका 10% जीडीपी का तो कहीं नहीं गया. सो दिस इज व्हाट इट सेज कि 10% तो यहीं से टॉप 5% से आ जाने चाहिए. So which shows that we are not there is a lot of tax evasion, there is a lot of black money that operates in our economy, and this is a very interesting fact as well, that India has 90 million taxpayers, but 90 million के अंदर वो जो क्या कहते हैं 99 करोड़ जो आपके पास जो लोग हैं जो आपका टैक्स पे कर रहे हैं, उसमें से सिर्फ 1.5 करोड़ जो है वो एक्चुअली इफेक्टिव टैक्स पेयर्स हैं, 15 मिलियन पीपल. सो एंड 45 मिलियन पीपल तो सिर्फ टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल करते हैं, उसको इनकम कुछ नहीं पे करते. सो 1.5 करोड़ लोग जो है वो सिर्फ टैक्स पे कर रहे हैं. सो आपका जो बेस है वो बहुत छोटा है, and you cannot only rely on indirect taxes because those are regressive taxes. So we need to find out how to tax these assets, how to tax these these overvalued assets, क्योंकि यहीं पे ये जो assets हैं इनकी valuation जो है वो बढ़े जा रही है आज की डेट में लोग अलग अलग तरीके के assets में invest करते हैं और उनकी वैल्यू नॉशनल वैल्यू बढ़ रही है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल रिलायंस का, अगर रिलायंस का जिस रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज के द एग्जाम्पल दैट इट टेक्स इज दैट इट शेयर प्राइस इज 1250 रुपीज़ और जो उसका प्राइस टू इक्विटी रेशियो है वो एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल है, वो 25 गुना है. मतलब उसकी जो उसकी इक्विटी है उसके रिस्पेक्ट में उसका जो प्राइस है शेयर का वो 25 गुना है. सो इट्स वेरी इन्फ्लेटेड वैल्यू. तो इस इन्फ्लेटेड वैल्यू पे भी अगर आप थोड़ा सा टैक्स करोगे तो आपके पास काफ़ी इनकम आएगी और उसकी वजह से जो आपकी स्काई रॉकेटिंग जो वैल्यूएशन हो रखी है वो भी नीचे आ जाएगी. But the only negative effect is that will it lead to capital flight, and if it leads to capital flight, how does the RBI and the country operate with respect to this? So very interesting debate, very important debate that you need to be aware about. Then in the name of constitution, now in the name of constitution, ये जो आर्टिकल बेसिकली बता रहा है, इट्स टॉकिंग अबाउट कि देयर हैज़ बीन सच अ ह्यूज पब्लिक डिस्कोर्स दैट इज हैपनिंग these days with respect to कि Congress is basically showing those red diaries and red book kind of momentum वो कर रहे हैं और काफ़ी टाइम से ये कर रहे हैं. and the government is basically saying that you are the ones who actually violated the constitution. तो ये इसके ऊपर है. एंड दैट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मोरालिटी के ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ रहा है कि इज़ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल का जो लेटर एंड स्पिरिट है इट इज़ बीइंग मेंटेन्ड और नॉट. So this is where this article talks about. Now the Red Book campaign is what the Congress government is doing, and the opposition and the counter acquisition of the ruling party is that they have subverted the constitution in the past and they are in no position to lecture us with respect to this. This can be described as paying back in the same kind of paying back in the same kind of coin. तो अगर आपने किया तो हम भी कर सकते हैं. So just because the previous government has done it, so that doesn't mean that you can only charge the previous government and you will not work towards what is the problem in the present government in your challenges. Then there are 3 attacks. What he talks about, the fact is that and he talks about this article in a beautiful way, whether it's funny or is it tragic. तो he talks about the fact that there are 3 attacks on the constitution. एक कई बार कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पर अटैक होता है कि ये तो एलियन डॉक्यूमेंट है, ये इधर उधर से आपने काटा पीटा और अपने यहाँ लगा लिया. बट एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम लेटर ऑन इन 70s जब लोग इम्प्रिजन हो रहे थे, देन पीपल रियलाइज नो सिविल लिबर्टीज आर एक्सट्रीमली क्लियर एंड एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट. The notions that we have put and we have taken from the other different constitutions are important and they are important for fundamental rights and human rights. तो सिविल लिबर्टीज़ की वजह से आप लोगों को रियलाइज हुआ. सेकेंड अटैक इज बेसिकली दैट द जो आइडियल्स हैं आपके कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के दे आर नॉट बीइंग प्रैक्टिस. सो आई मीन डिस्पाइट यू हैव so many things of in the preamble of liberty, equality, fraternity, but at the same point of time the constitution itself has been used to as a suppressive document as well. constitution को use करके ही आपने suppress किया लोगों के interest की, national interest and collective welfare and इन सारी चीज़ों को आपने करके आपने लोगों को oppress भी किया है. and the third attack is that there is जो constitution पर attack किया आता है कि we need to amend and review and Indianize the constitution. And why we need to Indianize the constitution? Because it right now doesn't follow the Indian ethos and we are bringing it more towards the Indian ethos. And this has been done not just now. This particular thing has started quite some time back and from the judiciary to all other issues. So if you see BNSS and all these laws being changed, the education system being changed. So what we are seeing is that you try to Indianize everything, and now you are turning to the constitution and trying to Indianize the constitution. But just because, this is very important, just because you have the public sentiment in front of you, the public is with you, you have strong mandate, you have public sentiment with you, does it allow to violate the constitutional norms? Does it allow that you can actually change the constitution as well? So that is an important issue, and especially coming with respect to election cycle and changing the elections. So this is something which is being talked about, that the wisdom of rulers is what we might be prioritizing over the constitutional values. The constitutional values will be there for long run, but until unless the constitutionalism is there to, we run the risk of Bonapartism. Very very important word, Bonapartism. What is Bonapartism? And it basically talks about the fact that जो नेपोलियन बोनापार्टे की जो फिलॉसफी थी कि सेंट्रलाइज कर दो, पब्लिक डिसइंफॉर्मेशन कर दो, एंड विन पीपल and then rule by whatever I say, that is that centralization, and through constitutional and public information and misinformation is what is called as Bonapartism. Read about it, it's an important philosophy. Then comes the next article, which talks about your issue of your India and Sri Lanka. Now we've been talking about this because the president of Sri Lanka was there in India on his first state visit. Now you should note the name of the president, Anura Kumara Disayanke. And the other thing is that what are the issues with which we were talking about? We were talking about LNG supply to Sri Lanka, trade settlements between the two countries, education and technology, digital public infrastructure. These are all the recent issues that we are talking about. But let's talk about in general that what is the major theme. Now the theme is that our relationship has moved from aid to trade now. Initially for the last 2 years they have been under severe pressure, economically and politically. They were very they were not very united, and the polities seem to be in array. Now what we are seeing is under this NPP government, which has a left orientation, which is again also a majoritarian kind of a government, but still our emphasis has changed. We are going towards neighborhood first, and they are also trying to participate in neighborhood first policy, enhancing regional stability and prosperity, as well as they are assuring us that their area will not be used, their maritime resources will not be used to target against India. At the same point of time, trade is extremely important, and support that they want from us in terms of public digital infrastructure and reducing the expenditures and how to pay the IMF bills is very important for them. So things have become much better in terms of bilateral relationship, and we are trying to engage them. Instead of earlier we were focusing on only aid, now we are focusing on trade as well. So that is another issue. Then key economic areas, energy security, education, FDI in Sri Lanka, all of these are talked about. And then PLI scheme, they also want to be a part of the PLI scheme, and signing off the upgraded FTA between India and Sri Lanka is another issue that we are working on. So, but remember, there are two headwinds that I had talked to you about yesterday. These two headwinds are with respect to the fact, one is your minority issues and the 8th amendment of the Sri Lankan constitution, and the second, I think it's 8th or 13th, just cross check it. And the second major issue that is there is with respect to fishermen. So remember that issue as well. Then the next article, let's move to the next article. This article talks about the economic tightrope that India is going through, and this talks about that how 2025 could be an year of uncertainty. Now this basically talks about the fact that the uncertainties in the world has grown, and India's growth rate has not been really great. So in the last 2 years, although India is now going to become the 4th largest economy, surpassing Japan, but in the last 2 years we have not hit the target of 10% nominal growth. So you should be aware what is nominal growth and what is real growth. Nominal growth होती है जब आप current prices को और current quantity से multiply करते हो, that is nominal growth. अगर आप base year से multiply करते हो तो that is real growth rate. जो यूजली आपको न्यूज़पेपर्स में दिखती है वो रियल ग्रोथ रेट है, बट यहाँ पर नॉमिनल ग्रोथ रेट की बात करी गई है कि नॉमिनली भी यू आर नॉट ग्रोइंग बाय 10%, एंड इनफैक्ट व्हाट आरबीआई इज आल्सो सजेस्टिंग इज दैट नेक्स्ट ईयर भी आप नॉमिनली 10% से नहीं ग्रो करोगे. So which has a huge implication on household incomes, unemployment, employment redistribution, and the fact that world is again going to be in a tumultuous situation because of Donald Trump. Then अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट हमारा करेंसी बहुत ज़्यादा गिर रही है, इंटरेस्ट रेट्स कट करने का प्रेशर हमारे पे है, बट हमारा इन्फ्लेशन अभी भी कंट्रोल में नहीं है. सो व्हाट विल बी द आउटकम ऑफ दैट? सरकार ज़्यादा पैसे खर्च नहीं कर सकती बिकॉज फिजिकल डेफिसिट इट इज़ ट्राइंग टू कंटेन टू 4.5% बाय नेक्स्ट ईयर, एंड केपेक्स जितना वो कर सकती है सरकार ने कर दिया. एंड वी हैव बीन सेइंग दैट प्राइवेट सेक्टर करेगा, बट प्राइवेट सेक्टर कर नहीं रहा है कुछ. So that is another issue. Apart from that, PLI scheme. Now again, you should have a very very critical answer on PLI and give data when you asked about PLI. सिर्फ PLI मत बता दो. So PLI तो हर कोई बता देता है. But if you see the effectiveness of PLI, it's not worked at all except for mobile phone industries. Why? Because if you see the data between 2021 and 23, only 11,000 crore rupees were disbursed under PLI, and of which in these years, and another 21,000 has been basically given this year. So the total that has been given in the last 5 years is 4 to 5 years 32,000 crore rupees, of which major bulk is coming in this year, and this is for 13 industries. But out of these 13 industries, half of the money has actually, out of this 11,000 crore, 5-6,000 crores has actually gone to the phone industry, the mobile phone industry, and 25% has gone to semiconductor industry. That means all the other 11 industries have not got money. That means the PLI scheme has not taken off properly. So the critical analysis of PLI scheme is very very important, especially from an interview point of view. And I would urge you, if you are preparing on PLI and stuff or external sector में, तो सुभाष चंद्र गर्ग का आर्टिकल जरूर पढ़ लेना. You will find it on LinkedIn. He's written beautiful articles on PLI. Just search them. If you don't find them, then you can always ping me. I'll let you know what these articles are and where these articles are. Then apart from that, along with all of this, yes, yeah. And now we have also not signed these agreements with RCEP and UAE, but now we are trying to sign these FTAs with the other parts of the world. सो हम इंटीग्रेट भी करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं इंडिया को GBIs के बीच में, बट एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम गवर्नमेंट के पास तो हो सकता है वहाँ से हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स थोड़े से बढ़ जाए, बट एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टमेंट्स आर नॉट पिकिंग अप, एंड द गवर्नमेंट के एक्सपेंडिचर भी एड्स पे कमीशन आ जाएगा तो और भी ज़्यादा इंक्रीज होगा. सो वी नीड टू सी हाउ वी आर प्लानिंग फॉर 2025. देन the next article is banks report spike in NPA in the credit card and personal loan segments. तो yesterday or day before yesterday I told you that what has happened is कि हमारा NPA तो कम हो गया है पिछले कुछ सालों में. हमारा NPA आज की डेट में 2.5% है, बट यू शुड नो कि वो 2.5% इसलिए है क्योंकि हमने 10 लाख करोड़ रुपए अभी राइट ऑफ करा है. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू शुड नो कि वेदर दैट राइट ऑफ इज करेक्ट और नॉट. सो एंड उसमें अंदर जो रिकवरी है वो 16-17% की है. So you have removed those numbers from your book, and that is why your books looks very rosy. So the first thing is this. The second thing is that there's already a building crisis that we are seeing here. क्या बिल्डिंग क्राइसिस है कि लोग आज की डेट में क्रेडिट कार्ड पिछले कुछ सालों में बहुत तेजी से स्पेशली आफ्टर कोविड इंक्रीज हुआ है. एंड व्हाट वी आर सीइंग, एंड these are numbers, you don't need to know numbers, but at the same point of time, at least in terms of figures you can say कि हाँ NPS जो क्रेडिट कार्ड के हैं वो डबल हो चुके हैं. लोन्स के जो क्या कहते हैं पर्सनल लोन के जो NPA वो इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं. So this shows you some kind of indebtedness, and also shows you the kind of money that these banks make. क्योंकि इन दोनों लोन्स, ये याद रखना है, क्रेडिट कार्ड और पर्सनल लोन दोनों नॉन कोलेटरलाइज लोन होते हैं. एंड इफ यू हैव एनी आइडिया अबाउट द इंटरेस्ट रेट, दे चार्ज यू अराउंड 42% to 46% पर एनम ऑन आउटस्टैंडिंग ड्यूज, और आपका सिबिल स्कोर एकदम से गिरेगा अगर आपने एक भी अपनी वो मिस कर दी तो. So therefore these NPAs are you need to know NPAs and CIBIL and all these rate of interest and the build up of crisis that has happened, and because of this does it threaten the stability of banks or not, and what does it show about the indebtedness in the society in general as well. So read that article with that perspective. Then government to re-examine unusual gold surge amid indicators of double counting. बेसिकली जो मैं आपको बता रहा था कि गोल्ड इतना कैसे आ गया, तो वो कह रहे हैं कि हो सकता है हमने डबल काउंटिंग कर दी हो गोल्ड की. सो दे आर ट्राइंग टू रिवाइज दीज नंबर्स. Then I've already talked to you about that. After Mexico, Canada and China, Trump trains the tariff gun on India, which we had already talked about. Now a very very important article for you to read with respect to IPO. Now IPOs of small and medium enterprises, ये important क्यों है? बिकॉज पिछले कुछ सालों में, एंड लास्ट 3 days से हम बात कर रहे हैं, पिछले कुछ 1-1.5 साल से द नंबर ऑफ IPOs एंड द सब्सक्रिप्शन अमाउंट टू दीज IPOs हैव स्काई रॉकेटेड. तो द नंबर ऑफ द पीपल हु आर गेटिंग वर्सेस नंबर ऑफ पीपल हु आर अप्लाइंग फॉर दीज IPOs बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया, और उसका हमें ये नहीं पता कि छोटी छोटी कंपनीज आती हैं, फिर उसके बाद मार्केट से पैसा उठाती हैं और अपना लोन वापस कर देती हैं, या फिर 4-5 लोगों ने मिलकर कंपनी चलाई है, अपना अपना IPO लॉन्च किया और उसके बाद सारे के सारे अपने अपने प्रॉफिट मार के एग्जिट कर गए। सो पूरा का पूरा जो कैपिटल इंडस्ट्री, जो कैपिटल सेक्टर है, मार्केट है, वो काफ़ी डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है एंड स्पेक्यूलेटिव हो जाती है। So in order to review this, the SEBI has said that we are going to review all the IPOs of MSMEs, and उसके लिए what they have done is that profit requirement है कि आपका 1 करोड़ रुपए का profit requirement होना चाहिए, EBITDA इसको बोलते हैं, ठीक है। earnings just a second guys, I hope my connection is restored. Yes, I think there was a problem with my connection. Yes, I think it's restored now. So yes, so what has happened is that now what is being talked, this is called as EBITDA, अर्निंग्स बिफोर इंटरेस्ट, डेप्रीसिएशन एंड टैक्स, ठीक है, टेक्निकल टर्म है, बट बेसिकली आप कहते हो कि ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट कितना है आपका। तो 1 करोड़ का आपका ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट होना चाहिए टू लॉन्च एन IPO SME सेक्टर के अंदर इन द लास्ट 2 ईयर्स। देन ऑफर फॉर सेल बेसिकली बता रहा है आपको, OFS बेसिकली बताता है कि जो एग्जिस्टिंग आपके शेयर होल्डर है उनका आप सिर्फ 20% बेच सकते हो। तो आप जो एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर है, ये नहीं कि अपना IPO दिया अपना और अपना कंपनी बेच के बाहर निकल गए। सो वो अपने कंपनी का, वो अपने जो उनके पास जो शेयर है उसका सिर्फ 20% बेच सकते हैं, एंड 50% ऑफ देयर होल्डिंग कैन बी सोल्ड, ठीक है। तो उससे ज़्यादा आप सेल भी नहीं कर सकते। एंड देन जो प्रमोटर हैं कंपनी के, जो कंपनी एक्चुअली चला रहे हैं, उनका वो भी अपना जितना भी उनका शेयर है वो अब पहले बात तो 50% जो है वो लॉक्ड इन रहेगा फॉर 1 ईयर, एंड जो बाकी 50% है वो और 2 सालों के लिए लॉक्ड इन होगा। तो दैट मीन्स योर स्किन इज गोइंग टू बी देयर इन द गेम। ऐसा नहीं है कि आप निकल के एकदम से बाहर भाग जाओ। सो दिस इज बेसिकली दैट मिनिमम प्रमोटर कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन लॉक इन जो है वो और 2 सालों के लिए। देन अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट देर जनरल कॉर्पोरेट पर्पस के लिए जो खर्चा है वो 15% रखा है। ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने पैसा उठाया लोन वापस कर दिया। मैक्सिमम ऑफ 10 करोड़ और 15% ऑफ द इंटायर फंड्स दैट आर देयर। So and the last thing is कि हम ये why all these activities, because you want to curb speculation, you want to prevent these fraudulent activities, and genuine business जो interest है जिनको actually में IPO लेके आना है वो लेके आना है। At the same point of time what has also happened is that they have also talked to merchant bankers जो basically underwriters होते हैं, and they have told them that we will tell you the कि आपकी eligibility क्या और क्या क्या activities आप कर सकते हो on behalf of these companies. So all of this is also being talked about here, and then there is related party transactions कि आप किसके साथ ट्रांजैक्ट कर सकते हो, कितने रुपए का ट्रांजैक्शन कर सकते हो आफ्टर SME। जब आप लिस्टेड एंटिटी बन जाओगे तो उसके ऊपर भी लिमिट्स आने शुरू हो गए। सो यू आर बेसिकली टाइटिंग द न्यूज़ अराउंड ऑल ऑफ दी स्पेक्यूलेटिव एक्टिविटीज़। Then officials say Gaza truce deal likely as US Arab mediators make a final push. You should be aware कि कतर एंड इजिप्ट जो है मिलके कायरो में बैठे हुए हैं और ये सारे डील कर रहे हैं, और ये डील इसलिए भी करना चाह रहे हैं क्योंकि 20 तारीख को ये गैंगस्टर आ रहा है, और ये जब गैंगस्टर आ जाएगा तो इसने पहले ही बोल दिया कि ऑल हेल इज़ गोइंग टू ब्रेक लूज। सो सारे के सारे अपना सामान उठा के सारे कह रहे हैं कि अभी सेटल कर लो, बाद में हम पता नहीं कि क्या होगा। So that is the popularity, and that is why I really like Donald Trump. So उसका जो एक्शन है उसके आने से पहले लोग घबरा रहे हैं। Then there's nothing more on this particular. If you want, yes, people who have written movies in their this thing, you should be aware Laapata Ladies is out of Oscars, and then Hindi films Santosh and Anuja are moved to the next round. So you should be aware कि what is happening to the in this field. Then just in case if you want to know who's this Luigini Magno. So he was a Instagrammer and a YouTuber, and he's now caught for killing one of the executives in US. Then how to secure entrance exams, top leaks, exports panel ideas. So we've already talked about this, that the NTA said that हम सिर्फ एग्जामिनेशन कराएंगे, बट जो एग्जामिनेशन अभी तक कराए वो सारे लीक हो जाते हैं। तो इसके लिए 7 मेंबर कमेटी बैठी थी विच इज़ कॉल्ड एज राधाकृष्णन कमेटी, एंड इट हैज़ गिवन 101 recommendations to Ministry of Education, and it has basically created a parallel between the elections and आधार बेस्ड जो आपका सिस्टम है और जो आपका क्या कहते हैं जो आपका वो है डिजी यात्रा है. सो डिजी यात्रा प्लस इलेक्शन के सिस्टम को कंबाइन करके दे हैव सेड कि ऐसा आपका एनटीए का पेपर होना चाहिए. नीट का पेपर एंड यूजीसी नेट का पेपर पिछली बार ऑलरेडी लीक हो चुका था. सो दे व्हाट दे वांट इज सेटिंग अप ऑफ डिस्ट्रिक्ट स्टेट एंड डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल कोऑर्डिनेशन कमिटीज़, एंड जैसे ही रिटर्निंग ऑफिसर होता है वैसे ही जो आपका डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर होगा वो सारा एलोकेशन करेगा कि कैसे एलोकेशन हो रही है, कौन कौन सा सेंटर कहाँ जा रहा है. एंड देन पोलिंग ऑफिसर की तरह वहाँ पर भी एक पोलिंग ऑफिसर होना चाहिए, एग्जामिनेशन ऑफिसर होना चाहिए फॉर दिस थिंग. देन डिजी एग्जाम्स जो है जैसे आपका डिजी यात्रा वैसे डिजी एग्जाम्स होना चाहिए, ऑनलाइन सब कुछ आपका प्रोसेसिंग हो जाना चाहिए. एंड देन देर शुड बी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इम्प्रूवमेंट्स, एटलीस्ट 1 सिक्योर्ड सेंटर पर डिस्ट्रिक्ट शुड बी देयर. एंड देन मोबाइल सेंटर्स हो सकते हैं रूरल एरियाज में. देन यू कैन ऑल्सो हैव इंटरेस्टिंग एरिया. अगर आपके पास पेन एंड पेपर वाले एग्जाम है तो इंक्रिप्टेड क्वेश्चन पेपर्स दे सकते हैं. एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो हैव द केस वेयर you have computer adaptive testing, very very important suggestion. Computer adaptive testing is the instead of having same questions for everyone, the computer adapts to the candidate and then starts asking with respect to how the responses are. So a kind of a psychometric analysis, and this is something which will be really good if you have a psychometric analysis for an exam like UPSC. So that is something that that they're thinking of getting. Then last 2 news, ongoing transition in Syria. Now ongoing transition in Syria basically talks about just a second. Ongoing transition in Syria talks about the fact that Syria is going through a flux these days. We already know the Ba'athist regime has now been ousted, but at the same point of time आपको पता होना चाहिए players कौन कौन से हैं यहाँ पर. अब players हैं, एक है HTS which is Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. तो ये सुन्नी इस्लामिस्ट ग्रुप है जो आज की डेट में हेल्प है, बट एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम कर्डिश फोर्सेस आर आल्सो देयर, एंड वो सीरियन डेमोक्रेटिक फोर्स को होल्ड करते हैं जो कर्डिश एरिया जो कर्डिस्तान बनाना चाहते हैं एट द बॉर्डर ऑफ सीरिया एंड इजिप्ट. तो आपको पहले मैप पता होना चाहिए और यहाँ पर क्या क्या इश्यूज है ये पता होना चाहिए. एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम दे ऑल्सो हैव गोलान हाइट्स, एंड गोलान हाइट्स पे इसराइल वहाँ पर बॉम्बिंग कर रहा है कि नहीं हम ये नहीं देंगे. So among all of this, what HTS is trying to do is Mohammed al-Bashir is basically trying to head this interim government and saying that नहीं हम लोग ठीक हैं, हम लोग yes we are from that fundamentalist Sunni background, Islamist background, but at the same point of time try to accommodate us and हम ह्यूमन अफेयर्स पे भी काम करेंगे, हम लिबरलाइजेशन पे भी लिबरल अफेयर्स पे भी काम करेंगे. सो दे आर ट्राइंग टू लेजिटिमाइज देमसेल्व्स एंड देन टॉक टू डिफरेंट पीपल. सो read about all the players that are there in this particular this thing, and they're trying to consolidate all the ethnic groups and the army and पूरे आर्मी को जितने भी छोटे छोटे ग्रुप्स हैं जितने मिलिशियाज हैं उनको अपने एक अंडर लेके आना चाह रहे हैं. So they're trying to reconciliate everything, and but at the same point of time the issues are with respect to their internal legitimacy के अंदर भी issue है कि people do people really want them. Then apart from that you have external challenges in terms of external international legitimacy. बहुत सारी countries हैं तो अभी तक देखा भी नहीं है इनकी तरफ. Then especially US, जब तक US नहीं देखता तब तो आप मान ही नहीं सकते कि ये सेफ है. Then apart from that टर्की के साथ जो इनका इजिप्ट नहीं टर्की के साथ इनका खराब रिलेशनशिप है बिकॉज ऑफ your this thing Kurdish forces. So and then you have this Syrian Democratic Force which is led by the Kurdish people. At the same point of time रशिया अभी भी वहाँ पर प्रेजेंट है, ईरान का अभी भी वहाँ पर कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा होल्ड है. सो it becomes very complex issue to resolve and then engage with all of these concerns. And then finally you should be aware about what is Israel doing at the Golan Heights. So read about this article. Then the last article, cost of financing fiscal deficit high cost of financing, fiscal deficit, gold bond scheme could end. गवर्नमेंट ने वैसे गोल्ड बॉन्ड स्कीम जो है अपनी ऑलरेडी कम कर दी है, उसके पेपर्स निकालना कम कर दिए हैं. एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यू शुड बी अवेयर कि गोल्ड बॉन्ड हाउ गोल्ड बॉन्ड वो आपको प्राइस देता था, इंटरनेशनल प्राइस देता था गोल्ड बॉन्ड का, प्लस साथ में 2.5% इंटरेस्ट देता था. बट एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम द कॉस्ट ऑफ बोरोइंग इज बिकमिंग एक्सट्रीमली हाई. तो गवर्नमेंट ने सोचना शुरू कर दिया कि अब इसका पहले तो हमने बॉन्ड जो है निकालने कम कर दिए और अब सोच रहे हैं कि इनको बंद ही कर दिया जाए. So read about this, very important news. And if you want to read about the blob, what the blob was, and the killing of and how these huge marine birds were killed because of warming of the water, you can read this particular article. So this is with respect to guys today's newspaper, and we will meet tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll meet in the morning, because now I'm going to use a little bit of other tools so that the newspaper reading becomes quick. So I'll meet you tomorrow morning, folks. Thank you. Bye bye.